Hello and welcome at this JatSoft EmotiK tutorial. I would like to show you some of the features of the EmotiK product and also how to make some changes. Let's start by uh, wearing the actual EmotiK. If you open up your inventory, and you should have a folder in there called EmotiK 1.0 if you unpack the product. And in there you have the EmotiK object. Just right click wear, and you have F9 EmotiK. This is a gesture, and that you need to right click activate that. So when you press F9, this will open up the actual menu. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll continue with the next step. Alright, now what does the EmotiK do? Well, it basically gives you a funny smiley above your avatar when you type a certain code. Like, for example, if you would type this. Wait a sec. Yeah, this. See what happens? It shows a big smiley, and you can customize this. You can set the size for the smiley. You can set the time, how long it will show, anything like that. See, now it's winking. So depending on the code you type into your chat bar, this will show you a funny smiley that you can use in conversations when you want to, just make a point or be funny. The EmotiK has loads and loads of textures that you can use, different smileys that react to different codes. And in the next step, we'll take a look at them and see how we can make some changes. So the smileys you want come up when you type a certain code. So let's go to the next step. Alright, now to make some changes in your EmotiK, you need to see it first to be able to go to the content. So hit your F9 or your whatever code you've set for it, and that will open up your blue menu, and then choose options and customize show, and now you see this black ball above my avatar. Now if I right click that, I will see the contents. If you don't see that, hit more and open up the content tab, and you see all these textures inside that have smiley pictures attached to them. Now for example, if you take LOL, laughing out loud, and you want to change the smiley that comes up when you type that. For example, you want this one to show up. You can rename this one, simply rename this one to LOL, but I suggest you first take the old one and you either just delete it by hitting delete, or you just give it a quick rename, like for example you name it LOL old, and then go back to the other one. Now it's refreshing. I'm gonna give it a sec to refresh. As you see, alright, and then right click BD and call that LOL. And now you will see that when I close it up, and if I just type in chat, oh, I'm freezing up a bit, one sec. Okay, it shows that smiley. See? Now you want to change your, you want to hide your black ball again by just hitting your F9 and opening your menu and choosing customize hide. But you can also make changes to your EmotiK by making a backup of what's in there and then making changes from within your Second Life inventory. And I'll show you that in the next step. Okay, to actually make changes from within your inventory, you need to make a backup of whatever's in your EmotiK at that moment. So what you do is you hit your F9, and that will open your menu, and then pick options and customize again, and then hit backup. And now it's making a backup. It's actually giving it to me straight away. And if you look into your inventory, oh, there it is. Oops, where did it go? Here. You will see that, let me close this one down, I've got a complete backup in here of all the pictures that are in there. And now you can either decide to make changes in here, or change your actual emotic that you have in World, whatever you want. You can make a backup of the backup and then make changes. But let me show you how to empty the one you've got in World first. First you open it up again, then you open your menu up, options, and customize, and hit format, and that will ask you, do you really want to toss out everything you've got up till now? And you just hit yes, format, and then it will will empty up your HUD. So that's great. It's empty now. Now you can make some changes from your inventory, which is easier because it's quicker in loading. And change the names, whatever you want, and then you will drag the entire content back to your content tab of your EmotiK. I'll show you that in the next step, and also how to add sounds to it as well. All right, now suppose you made all kinds of changes in your inventory and you want to move them to your EmotiK again. You just select all of them by holding Shift and then right click, edit your in-world EmotiK, and you see that this content tab is empty, and simply drag them all straight from your inventory into the content tab of your let me close this down before we get crazy, into the content tab of your EmotiK, and you see they're all loaded again. So that's how you fill it up again. Now suppose you would want something to show or to give a sound when you type it. Let's continue with the laughing out loud, and I would, for example, have a sound connected to that. Now I've picked a sound that I have that's called My Beat 2, and I'm just going to start by selecting that sound from my inventory and just dragging it into the content tab of the HUD. Now if we wait a sec, it should load, and then I'll show you how to actually link it to okay, here it is. You see My Beat 2. Now I'm going to rename it LOL.SND, which is just short for sound. Now you see the sound and the name of the texture should be exactly the same, so you either give the texture an extension like .ing, or the sound an extension like .snd, SND, so they have the same name but they're not exactly the same. Otherwise your EmotiK will just name it LOL1, and that's not good, so that's not going to work. Alright, now let's see if it's working. I'll just type LOL and see if you can hear the sound with that. Alright, there you go. It will only show that, it will only give you that sound when you type LOL for this one, because you didn't make it a default. You could name it default and then it will, you will hear it with every single smiley, but for now you've attached it to LOL and you will hear it only then. So that's how you attach a certain sound to a certain smiley. There you go.